Good morning, everybody. But Troy.
Oh,
Hurtful. I have feelings too.
a little hurtful.
I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I'm not.
Yeah, you seem stormy,
No, I'm fine.
Daniels.
We've got a lot to talk about today. We have got a pier fishing pass extension because of, the beach renourishment and stuff.
So it's kind of a waste.
Yeah.
for those people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let people get back on for a little while to fish. The Jaguars suck. We'll touch on that.
Wow, man.
What's new?
I know.
This is how we start off every football season by the second or third game.
Did we call it Trevor Bank too soon? Did we do that too soon?
That was so corny.
Yeah.
God. So
Can we scale that back? I think it's like a poster. Can we just take that
I
down?
don't think you can put
Right.
the toothpaste back in.
Yeah.
why do the Jaguars always suck?
I don't know.
Always. They're never good.
I was rooting for you.
Well, Sunday they came in second place.
They're great at coming in second place in their games for
two weeks
sure.
in a row they've come in second place.
Right. They're bronze medalists through the whole year or silver medalists through the whole year.
Almost doesn't count.
Jeez. We've got the Surgeon General warning.
Oh, geez.
Not about smoking, not about alcohol, something that's becoming much more dangerous.
Well, fentanyl, we know. Don't do it. It's not a good. Just say no.
Not fentanyl.
Oh, jeez.
We'll talk about that. And then school superintendent Tim Forson issued a school safety alert among multiple threats of violence in schools this week. We'll talk about two more that happened yesterday.
Two.
It's happening all over the state. I saw Volusia County had a
Boy.
big release too. Like they
He
had
got nasty, though.
Yeah.
That sheriff was
yeah,
pissed.
there was like 50 something in Volusia County.
Ooh,
Really?
child.
Something's
He was
going on.
like, I'm posting pictures of children. I do not care. I am sick of this crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
can't be
don't know
threatening
if-
our kids.
He is mad.
I don't know if this is a trend, some social media
I don't
thing. I don't know, but it does seem like there have been quite a few of these recently. And, I know there was that horrific incident up there in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And, usually things like that may spur a couple of copycats around the country, but to see this many in
Yeah.
just a couple of days,
Alarming, yeah.
you wonder what's going on, man. So we will talk about that and a whole lot more. Actually, not a whole lot more.
Oh,
Maybe some more. Right after we talk about Bozard Ford Lincoln. They are great. They've been more than just, they're great. That's the read.
that's all you need.
They are great.
Mic drop.
Don't come after me, Tony the Tiger. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln been more than just a dealership. They're a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. That's the truth. Founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service, that Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. Their state-of-the-art service facility features 91 climate-controlled bays out there, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage while you're out there. They are the proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealer Rater. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service just off I-95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire.
That was great.
Good for you on that. Wow.
Not bad.
You must have had your Wheaties this morning.
Frosted something or another.
Just throw some sugar on the Wheaties.
It's
all the same.
Lots of sugar on the Wheaties.
Lots of
And
sugar.
you just scoop the sugar out.
Might
of the
even-
bottom.
Right, that's
Yeah.
the best, isn't it? When you get the bottom
The
scoops
sugar-
of sugar and
the
with
sugar
the cereal.
milk at the bottom.
Yeah, the sugar
man.
milk. That's it. That was
That's
good.
The best. That's the best. Almost as good as the Florida Man games.
Hey, speaking about sugar.
We've got a lot happening out there at the Florida Man games. Some big announcements to make here very, very soon. I've been saying that for a couple of months, and I can't wait to finally make these announcements.
Cool.
We got to do these as we're a little bit closer to the event. We really started selling tickets very early to make sure you guys had a good shot at getting some
Discounts.
discounts for locals. Yeah. But it's going to be great. We've got the Ripley's Freak Show out there, which I am super excited about. I cannot wait for you guys to see these guys and girls. They do some amazing, literally death-defying stuff. We've got the pig racing out there. Never seen anything like it. It's amazing. We've got the lawnmower racing.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
People go nuts for that one.
they really do. This is a big hit. And we've got alligator shows. You're going to have a chance to take selfies with alligators.
Amazing.
That was a huge hit last year, too. Brett did an amazing job out there.
Cool.
He was awesome. I think he's a little bit famous. I think he's in a Roku TV show.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at Roku.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Cooter Commandos video yesterday. That was awesome.
Cooter Commandos are
So
training.
funny.
They are training.
That was so funny.
Whatever you call what they posted yesterday. It's something like training. And a whole lot more, man. Go to the FloridaManGames.com. Get your tickets while you can.
People are getting tattoos and stuff, Pete. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
they
like,
are.
it's like
Lots
awesome.
of tattoos going on out there. It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Never thought something that I put together would have
Yeah.
people getting tattoos on their legs of it.
Like, could you imagine just shopping in Publix and all of a sudden it's on someone's calf and you're
Right.
like, oh, wow, that's my event. Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
pretty weird.
I'm waiting for the Van Strange tattoo.
Oh, man, that's the
Oh.
next
The
one.
portrait, like,
Yeah, it's got to be something like that.
They'll probably be smoking a doobie in that.
God bless.
In that picture, yeah.
Light them up.
I forgot to show you guys my new Van Strange tattoo. Hang on.
Oh! Wow.
Like the Roy Orbison tattoo.
wait, I'm too close.
Waterboy.
Good news, though, folks. His belt was buckled. That's all. I just,
No, I
yeah.
don't have a belt on.
Oh, I think I had a turquoise belt on.
Nope.
This isn't a fancy business meeting.
No, man. Who wears belts except for normal people? Also, big shout out to Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Chris Lucero, Bail Bonds, Griffin Service, Alace Med Spa, BNS Signs, and I am powered this morning by our friends at the Vibe Nutrition. This is the Vibe. It's their 3-year anniversary today.
Hey, that's awesome.
That's really awesome, man.
Very cool.
Yeah. So congratulations to Sarah and her team. It's not easy to do 3 years.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. If you can make it through 3, got a heck of a good
You got a chance of making it
future
to
ahead.
4.
Yeah. That's right. That's right, man. You never know. Being in business for yourself, this is not easy. She's
Not
got
in
a lot of
this,
experience,
yeah.
and they got a
Mhm.
great product. So
That's great.
love them down there at the Vibe. Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Hey, happy Tuesday.
All right, it's almost the weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Big
Yeah,
weekend.
that just that made me depressed that it's not actually almost.
Yeah. It's a big weekend this weekend in
Yeah.
downtown. So.
Oh.
Whee!
In our,
Yeah.
in our neighborhood.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys are going to have so much
Yeah.
fun. Put another shrimp on the Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, up there in the sky.
That was the worst Australian accent I've ever heard in my life.
I know, I did on purpose.
Trying to be super American with that. Hey, mate,
Yeah.
put another shrimp on the Barbie.
Cute.
Thank you. All right, question of the day.
All right, question of the day, and this is like a moment in childhood that's like a pinnacle moment.
I'm already
So
having
which one-
PTSD. Go
Well,
ahead.
I know your answer already, so it's kind of a boring one for you.
Okay.
All right, did you learn to swim first, or did you learn to ride a bike first?
Oh,
Both big moments
Oh.
in
yeah,
childhood.
yeah.
So, which one did you do first? Did you learn to swim first or ride a bike first?
I learned to ride a bike first. Definitely ride a bike first. I remember being like 7 or 8, and I was just scared to swim. I didn't want to learn how to swim. I didn't
Really?
want to jump in and try to swim.
I did. I just wanted to get away from my family, so I learned how to swim first.
It's like, I'm going to swim to Cuba.
Yeah, I just want to swim to Cuba. I wanted to be like, yeah.
You still took this back to a therapy moment.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Everything's a therapy moment
I stared
today
at a
for
black
Davey.
line for 25 years of my life in a pool. That's
Yeah.
all that was left to my thoughts. They were
Yeah.
dark.
So, when did you learn to
As
ride a
dark
bike?
as the line.
You were swimming so much. When did you learn to ride a bike?
I will say probably about 8 or 9. I will tell you my first
This really
experience.
could have gone either way with you, Davey, because
Yeah. Well, swimming, no, I was really young. I was like 5
Yeah,
or 6. Yeah.
Okay.
But then my first time on a bike, I remember, and the training wheels were off, and I went over a hill, and like the whole family's out there, like, "Yay, Day, good job!" And then I went over the hill, boom, and like slammed my nuts on the bar, and like completely never wanted to be on a bike
Haven't
again.
been the same since.
But now I'm on a bike professionally, so
Yeah, right.
on a bike that goes nowhere.
I mean, both of these are big in your life.
Yeah,
So-
very big.
Troy, what was this? A unicycle for you?
Yeah, mine was riding a bike. Well, we had to pop a wheelie because the front tire fell off a lot.
Oh, did you? You were
Yeah,
like
all right.
that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We had to piece bikes together. Is
That's
what
a
we did.
Compton lean.
No, but mine was ride a bike. I probably was riding a bike 4 or 5, and
Training wheels, no? Wow, look at you.
I think I have one.
Yeah.
Lean to the left, Troy.
Golly.
Yeah, I don't really remember having training wheels at all. I did remember my big wheel moving from big wheel to bike, and I don't remember training wheels from that.
I remember big wheel. Big wheel were fun.
Big wheels were so fun, man.
So fun.
We used to have big wheel races in our neighborhoods.
But I
and-
never had that like lock in and slam on the tire.
No, that was
thing.
for fancy people.
Yeah, I didn't have one of
They
was
have
those.
the
an adult
sports
big
car
wheel.
big wheel.
They have like a serious adult big wheel nowadays, and it is
Oh.
hella
Florida Man
fun.
games.
Yeah.
Big wheel races.
It is so much
I'm
fun, you
in.
guys. Like literally so much. Like maybe we go to and from the different events in the giant adult big wheels. That could be fun.
I'll take a golf cart. I'll do a golf cart. Yeah.
Gotta burn some of those calories.
Davey can pedal out right on the back.
That's it. There it
Hands
is.
on the shoulders.
Mad Max style. I like it.
You guys could be the jousters out there.
That could be awesome.
Yeah, but I probably didn't learn to swim until I was about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like really swim. I probably could get to the edge, but like when I really remember, okay, I'm in the deep end. It was probably about 6
Yeah.
or 7.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, learning to swim in DeLand's probably similar to like the old school. I don't know if you ever saw the John Wayne where he just throws the kid in the water.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what it is.
Definitely. Yeah.
He'll make it.
It works. It works.
He'll make it.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you're doing it. Yeah.
Breathe. 1, 2, 3, over.
The only difference is I think my dad just walked away. Didn't make sure.
Now who's having the therapy appointment? Right?
Yeah, right? We'll see if the boy comes home.
Saving money.
He was the runt of the litter.
Don't come home till the lights come on, son.
What do you mean? I'm the biggest one in my family.
Oh my goodness.
I'm the giant.
Tiny people.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good stuff.
See what some answers are out there.
Yeah, we'll check on those in a little while.
Yeah.
But first, Troy, don't get too comfortable in the comments. It's time for a quick check of the weather.
Not horrible.
That's too long of a check of the weather, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's the best one I've given in like 4 weeks.
Yeah, it is.
So nice.
All right, that quick check of the weather enthusiastically comes to us from Great Expectations Realty and Auction, who can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us. Great people. We now go to the booth for our traffic report. What do you got, Rick?
I'm just as happy as Troy about the weather about this traffic. It's
Okay,
nice.
look at that. It's
Sun is
moving,
out,
man.
Traffic's moving. I had to laugh at myself this morning. It's the first morning in literally 4 weeks. I opened my door and there was not a puddle at it here. So I legit laughed. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy to have some nice weather for today. And
That is nice.
traffic is still doing well. A little congestion there at the State Road 16 and 95 because they're doing all that construction still, but
Okay.
no reported accidents. Everything's moving smooth.
That works. Sounds good to me. Thank you, Rick.
Yes,
See
sir.
that harvest moon that's going on. Very nice.
It's only supposed to get to 83, so that's like
Right. Yes, I walked outside this morning and like it was kind of cool.
You weren't sweating.
Right. Immediately
Yeah,
at
you-
6:30 in the morning.
Such a great dog walk. So nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last month, you touched the doorknob before you even got outside, and you felt your pit like watering up.
Absolutely. It was gross.
Oh, I know what you're going into.
Yeah.
Not the sexiest. But did you guys see the moon this morning? Did you see it or last night? I mean,
Last night,
it
yeah.
was awesome. It was
Yeah.
huge. Yeah, beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful moon. Hello, moon.
Good night, Moon.
Good night, moon.
We're all reliving our childhood.
Yeah, it's really.
Go for a swim, Davey.
No, cry.
One place you won't cry is a Lace Med Spa.
Ah,
if you're
that's the
looking
truth.
for a relaxing and rejuvenating experience, it's a Lace all the way. They provide specialized treatments to provide you with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments. I'm doing great this morning. Whether you're looking to unwind with a hydrofacial or enhance your natural beauty with Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, and a whole lot more, go in and mention Davey's name if you're a first-time client. Get $100 off your services. Elace.com.
And shout out, tomorrow is the Pink Charity event. They have $10,000 in raffle prizes out there.
Wow.
So if you want to do a deal, that's the time. So go and check that out. Pink Charity event on their socials.
Sweet. Thank you, sir. All right, some serious news to start off the day here. A 13-year-old arrested for threatening a school shooting in Palatka. We had one in St. Augustine, too, that I'll get to in a second. Deputies arrested a 13-year-old Palatka senior high school student on Monday afternoon after he made a written threat to kill 2 female classmates.
Oh,
How scary this has to be for them and their parents. Man.
God's sakes.
The student identified as, oh, wow, they're identifying the kids now.
They are mad.
They're not putting up with this stuff, man. Denislo Hernandez Perez was charged with sending a written threat to kill
Mm-mm.
the victims. I mean, you do something like this, you just get treated as an adult. It's no more we're handling you with kid gloves, man.
Right.
The victims reported the threat to the school administrator, showing the messages in which Hernandez Perez indicated that he planned to bring a gun to school.
Mm-mm.
He also sent photos of 2 firearms, asking the victims to choose which one he should use. That's just psychotic. It's just psychotic. The school administrator promptly alerted deputies who took Hernandez Perez into custody. Sheriff Gator Deloach emphasized the seriousness of the situation, stating that the threats made at schools would result in immediate action and community notification. Basically saying, we're gonna call you out. We're gonna tell people who's doing this. We're not treating you like a kid. He stressed that age is no excuse for such behavior, asserting that Hernandez Perez knew he was threatening other students and continued to do so. The sheriff urged parents to take responsibility for their children's actions, suggesting they confiscate phones and electronics to prevent such incidents. Deloach made it clear that he would publicly post photos and names of those making threats to ensure community awareness. I think he was the one that's also making sure every student who does this gets a perp walk. They get a videoed perp walk, and they get their,
Shame.
yeah, their walk of shame, man.
But is that like, I'm just trying to think of the culture. Is that like street cred? Is that like, are they like hunting for that?
I mean, maybe you could look at it
Yeah,
that
but you're
way.
not
I mean,
making you're
they
not making
honestly,
it back to those people.
yeah.
I know something's got to
Yeah.
change, and this has changed, but I'm just saying.
But I totally get where you're coming from, because that's
Right,
part of
same.
why these copycat incidents happen, right? Is because people
For
see
the
that and they're
attention.
like, well, I want people saying my name on the news.
Right.
Well, I think these perp walks, and excuse my language here, one of the first times I'm ever going to give you a heads up on me about to say language. But I think these perp walks are intentionally meant to make the person look like a little bit, like we're not
I see
treating you
what
like
they're meant
we're not treating
to.
you like a little badass. I mean,
Yeah.
when they were doing this walk,
Yeah.
it-
He's a scared little tick
Yeah.
turd.
yeah, exactly. And they're going to show that off. They're going to let people know that you are not as tough as you pretend to be. So another one of these happened at Tokoi Creek High School yesterday. Student arrested for threatening a mass shooting via Snapchat. Yesterday, SJSO Youth Services deputies arrested a 15-year-old Tokoi Creek High School student on felony charges related to Florida Statute 836.10, which pertains to written or electronic threats to kill, do bodily injury, or conduct a mass shooting. Deputies received a tip through Fortify FL. This is the one we were talking about yesterday, and conducted a threat assessment that involved evaluating the student's history, any previous behavior issues, interviews, and the home environment. This is very, very similar to what we heard on Friday with the student at St. Augustine High School.
Right.
The investigation revealed the student made threats via Snapchat, stating, "I'm going to shoot up Tokoi High School tomorrow." Which, it generated significant fear and concern throughout the community. Based on the information discovered during the initial investigation and threat assessment, The threat was deemed a high risk, and the decision was made to arrest the student out of concern for the safety of other students and staff. Threats of violence at our schools, this is a quote, will not be tolerated. This arrest and previous arrests should be a clear message to any and all. Threats will be investigated immediately. We will find you, and you'll be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law.
And take their social media away, period. Like, they can't have it anymore. I feel like that disqualifies you for having that luxury.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's a decision that's made by the parents. And a lot of parents are just all too happy to give their kids social media to get them out of their hair.
Right, exactly.
You know, and that's where a lot of these problems start, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know people pick on helicopter parents, and I'm a helicopter parent 100%. But you know what? You have to be a helicopter parent. It's part of the job.
Yeah.
So, you know
that, yeah.
I mean, it's just some of these kids. Like I think a lot of times it's asking for help or reaching out for attention.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be famous no matter what it takes. I see that disease out there.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. I wish there was a magic pill. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. Superintendent Tim Forson now urging vigilance and accurate reporting amid a surge in school threats, he's saying. Put out a letter yesterday that said something to the effect of, "Dear parents and guardians, since the horrific school shooting in Georgia, we have had a very high number of threats and false threats reported." He said, "We will pursue and investigate all reports, engage law enforcement in investigations, and enforce our student code of conduct to the fullest extent." Goes on to say resources are being used in schools, staff, and students are being negatively impacted due to these reports. So it hasn't been just these. Apparently, there have been numerous threats. Our community is more vulnerable due to the recent tragic school shooting, which has redirected resources to focus on each and every one of these reports. He said, "We heavily rely on Fortify FL." That program's just come up too much this week, man. To receive reports of suspicious activity, threats, and dangerous behaviors within our district. And he said, they ask, if you see something, say something. Said, "We need your help to ensure that what is being reported is of actual and immediate concern, knowing that resources will be immediately deployed to investigate and address the situation." Said, "When false reports are made, we will investigate the source of the threat and pursue charges as appropriately." He goes on to say, "I truly believe that it takes our St. Johns County School District families, staff, law enforcement, and our community to make sure our schools are safe and secure, and our most precious asset, our students, are safe." So you got, again, there's just too much of this happening, and school superintendent now just putting out these letters to parents. Hey, watch your kids. Be watching what's going on.
Yeah. In the comments, Jeff just said, Volusia County arrested 11-year-old for school threats. 11-year-old.
That's crazy, man. I wasn't even thinking of things like that.
No, I was thinking of how high I could build my ramp and not kill myself on my bicycle.
Right. Yeah, man. It's very sad what's going on. To y'all's point, social media.
Take it away.
Social media. Take it away. Get your kids a dang flip phone, man.
That's exactly what they're saying in comments.
Yeah.
All kids should have flip phones instead of iPhones or something. Yeah.
What the tough part is, a lot of parents in these days, when there are threats of other students and threats of other people coming in contact with your kids in negative ways, a lot of parents want at least a smartphone that's going to have like that Life 360 app, right? Where they can see where their kids are at all times on a map. And that's something you can't do with a flip phone. So, there are phones out there. There's the Gab phone. That's basically a smartphone, but it doesn't let you put social media apps on there.
Oh, Troy, what are the ones we give the senior citizens? Is that Jitterbug?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right.
what it is.
Love that I pivot to him.
Yeah,
Little.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
give them the jitterbug.
yeah.
Look, I
Big
mean,
buttons, it'll be cute. They can bling it out.
and as we're going through this old quote, and I think you guys probably have seen it online. It's like hard times create strong men create easy times create
Weak men.
weak men.
Weak men create hard times. It's a
You know,
cycle.
And so it's kind of like, where are we at? Are we at that bottom right now with
Yes.
what we see going on right now?
Yeah.
Is that where we're at?
Yeah,
I mean,
we're in hard times for sure.
I think we enable them too much. We absolutely do. There were so many restrictions on as we were kids. We didn't, go in the back of video scene where the beaded curtain was. You just didn't because we weren't allowed. But now kids just do anything they want to do. I just
They
think
know
there needs to
so
be
much more by the age of 12
100%,
than
yeah.
we did, and you hear a lot of people say, and a lot of people are probably screaming in the comments right now, parents need to discipline their kids. And
Yeah.
we're in such a weird time too, where parents are afraid to discipline their kids.
right.
Because it is a thing for students, and there's a lot of them that use this against their parents. I mean, a lot of students will just say, we're going to call CPS.
Right.
You touch me, I'm going to call CPS. And that is a very real threat because CPS will come out. They will do an investigation. That's scary as hell for the parents. So it's such a weird time for young people who need discipline, but parents in many cases are scared to do it. Because that is a real threat that happens today.
Well, it takes time away from their social media is what a lot of the problem is. I mean, the parents aren't parenting, and
That's happening too.
So I mean,
sure.
it's easier to put that phone right in front of them or that tablet in front of them, and then go do your social media over here, and not really focus on what's going on in the guy. That's what I'm saying. Hey, be a helicopter parent. Know what's going on. Know what your kids are looking at.
Yeah,
So-
you have to. And there's lots of apps you can get that
Yeah, I was going to
basically give you control over your kid's phone and let you see every single thing they're typing, and even that let you turn off the apps at a certain time of day.
I've seen a lot of that. Like they'll allot a certain amount of time that a kid can play or do something you know, in the digital world.
Yeah. I don't know. If I were a parent, and Troy gives me grief a lot of times for talking about stories related to kids while not being a parent. But, if I were a parent, I would probably take the phones away around 8 o'clock. Hey, 8 o'clock, or find a cutoff time.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a cutoff time. No more electronics. No more phones.
Honestly,
no more games.
You're right.
I mean, I don't.
There needs to be rules and regs.
So it was an earned behavior, and it's not like it was now. I mean, my boys are 21 and 23, but it was an earned behavior. You had to act right, and then you could get this.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it was limited, but even then, you're like over their shoulder the whole time.
Mm.
So I mean, it's
Yeah. It's a weird time.
It's part of
man.
the job.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
You signed up for it. You
Right.
signed up for it. It's time to take it seriously.
Mhm.
All right, man. We got the Gas Buddy gas report
Yep.
coming at us this morning. Gas prices went up a little bit. Since
No,
yesterday, I think.
you're lying.
In a lot of places they did. But I'm actually seeing low prices here on Gas Buddy, which is very interesting. Ashwin at the bottom of our list today. Well, yeah, he posted this.
Mm.
I heard that place was sold. I don't know if it was actually sold.
I don't know either.
Ashwin himself did post this.
Interesting. Maybe he's helping the new owners.
I don't know.
Transition.
Maybe there's a transition time.
Or
Yeah.
maybe that's the account, and then they can't change
Sure,
the profile name.
Oh, man. I'll
Ashwin.
miss seeing Ashwin out there. if that's the
Legacy.
case. Legend on the island.
Mickey Mouse Pops.
That's right. He's at 279 this morning. That's low.
Yeah.
The Owens at 780 South Ponce, 287. The Sitco at 1099 South Ponce, also at 287. That's their cash price. The Sunoco at 2199 North Ponce, 290. That's their cash price. 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard. The Shell, 293. The Shell at 146 King Street, also at 293. The Sunoco at 450 South Ponce, also 293. Same with the Mobile and Circle K at 800 South Ponce. The Gate at 4075 US 1 North is at 295, and the Circle K at 4564 US 1 North, 295 as well. A lot of these weren't updated since yesterday, though. So, yeah, seems to have gone. A couple of gas stations by my house were like 287 yesterday. Now they're 319.
So you saw
That's
that
a
over.
big
Wow.
jump.
Yeah, big jump. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
a big jump.
Not reporting their best.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm trying to hold back for the whole show. Dave.
I know.
I'm trying to not do it
fading
for the
you.
whole
It's not going to
show.
happen. Not going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I got gas yesterday. I felt like a victory. I was at 291. So,
Oh, gasoline.
Yeah,
I
there
thought
you
you just
go.
had gas in general.
well,
Hello.
I had cabbage at the Caribbean place
Exactly.
too. So
Oh,
yeah,
golly.
I did both.
Jeez.
I loaded up both ways.
Yeesh. Okay. Well, if you get in trouble with the law, maybe you ate too much cabbage, now you're stinking up the place, and everybody wants you out. They want you arrested for
Solitary
offensive
confinement.
materials.
So good.
God, cabbage is not even good.
So
It's not even good.
Caribbean cabbage. Oh,
Is it?
so good.
Chris Lucero bail bonds. Available for you 24/7 to provide fast and reliable bail services, ensuring that you or your loved one can get out of jail and back to your life as soon as possible. Give Chris a call, 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got a lot of live music today. John Q at the Milltop at noon. We have got Heather Craig at Tradewinds or the Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's.
One or the other. Yeah.
One or the other, I guess. Yeah.
That could be
Well,
interesting.
she's just going to run back and forth.
Right.
Yeah, between sets. Yeah.
She works hard for the money.
That's happening at 1. Josh Tennessee Worthy at Pierre's Pub at 1. Shaw Ryan.
Oh, Sean.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Sean Ryan. The end's there. I just didn't even see it. Bin 39, 2 o'clock. John Q at the Milltop at 4:30. Skin and Bones at the Night Market at the Amp at 5 o'clock.
Hey, cool.
The St. Augustine Songwriters Night at the Oasis at 6. Smoke and Joe Shower at Ann O'Malley's at 6. Mike Cook, Hurricane, 6 o'clock. Jim Johnston, Prohibition Kitchen at 6. TJ Brown at Pierre's Pub at 6. Reggie Starrett at Salt Life at 6. Jimmy Bragg, Fionn McCool's
Oh.
at 7 o'clock. Dewey Vaya at Tides at 7. Trivia with Troy Blake, and I've got a question mark next to Blake.
Oh.
And Aiden.
It might be Troy and
He
Aiden.
actually has a game he has to do.
Oh,
So he might make it, but he might not.
that's
Wow.
going to be at Gypsy Cab at 7.
Excellent.
Smoke and Joe Shower at Meehan's at 9. And Salty Dog. 9 o'clock. That comes to us from the Unsalty Griffin at Griffin Services, who understands choosing the right company when you need AC, plumbing, or electrical services is a big decision. They help hundreds of local families just like you every week getting problems fixed so that you can get back to what really matters. You see them everywhere dozens of times a week in those black and yellow vans. And when you do, it always means legendary service is on the way. If you have AC, plumbing, or electrical problems, Griffin makes it easy. 904-500-2653 or visit griffin.com and see the Griffins.
Great. Did you guys ever see the movie Porky?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so.
And every time you say the singer Mike Cook, I want to change his last name to Hunt.
Yeah.
I
It
know,
does
I
make
know.
sense.
I-
Yeah.
I-
That was
what
my
we all
laser
think.
tag.
I know.
Okay.
That was my laser tag
But
name.
the scene, but the scene in Porky's is hilarious. So,
It is.
but it always makes me think. I'm sure it's not the first time he's heard it.
It's Bobby's favorite.
All right. That was a big prank call name to use back in the day.
Do
You know?
you like scary movies?
Oh, that was the best. All right, anyway. Surgeon General warnings
Oh, geez.
about a new thing that is reaching crisis levels, outpacing tobacco and alcohol hazards, they say,
Okay.
which are two very big ones.
Yeah.
This comes from, again, the Surgeon General.
Puffing with it.
We're going to tell you about it in our Terrible Tuesday. Right after I tell you about Fidus Roofing, they support a lot of local charities that support local kids in our area. Big Brothers and Big Sisters of St. Johns County, the Boy Scouts, investing in kids, and many more. They're also always looking to grow their team, and they would encourage anyone to come and apply with them. Master Elite Contractors for St. Johns County as well. So that means they can offer you warranties that nobody else in the business can. 904-355-ROOF.
They absolutely do pavers.
And gutters. Yeah.
All All right, Surgeon General warning now that parenting stress is reaching crisis levels, outpacing tobacco and alcohol hazards. Well, it's because your kids are running around like little badasses because you haven't paid attention to them in 15 years.
Exactly.
The Surgeon General has issued a new public health warning highlighting the significant stress faced by parents today. According to the advisory titled Parents Under Pressure. Everything sounds so ominous.
Under pressure.
2/5 of parents report being so stressed that they cannot function on most days, with roughly half describing their stress as completely overwhelming. The 35-page report, released in late August, draws on data from the American Psychological Association and other sources to argue that parental stress is an urgent public health issue, potentially higher than any other time in recent history.
I think it goes back to my statement.
Yeah, man.
What's that?
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Right.
Yeah, well.
Breathe into it. Take a cold shower. Refocus. Do a sound bath. We learned about them yesterday.
I know I'm being mean and gruff. But
Well, I mean,
You are.
yeah, sorry.
The report reveals that 1/3 of parents with children under 18 rate their stress level as 8 or higher on a 10-point scale every day. 2/5 of parents feel stressed, so stressed they become numb, and 3/5 find it hard to focus due to the stress. Additionally, 2/3 well, I think there's a lot at work here. I mean, I think we can chuckle at this, and I think a lot of people probably are, but parents are dealing with a lot more these days than they were in the 1950s. And one of the major things that parents are stressed about is we can't afford life. People cannot afford life. We can say it's just because of the kids are running around the house and going crazy, but that compounded with the fact that you're struggling to pay your bills every single month. You're struggling to put gas in your car. Every time you go to the store to buy food for your children, it costs you $300 to get out of there. I mean, it's not just parental stress that's happening. I mean, there is a real stress of life that is, I think, much greater than it was 20, 30 years ago. We just have so much coming at us as humans these days. Not to mention, you turn on the news and the TV's trying to tell you to hate your neighbor every single day. I mean, there's just so much happening in people's lives. It's an information overload for people. And I think this may have less to do with the kids and more to do with the stress of life, honestly. The report also highlights the financial burden of childcare, which has risen by 26% in the past decade. The average household that pays for childcare spends $325 a week, and that's about 18.6% of the average weekly income, with some reports indicating that families spend up to 24% of their income just on childcare. These figures exceed federal guidelines on what parents should be paying. Rising costs have led some parents to reconsider their employment options, as the expense of childcare can outweigh the benefits of a second income. Surgeon General reports suggest that modern parents face more demands on their time than previous generations. It's kind of what I was getting to. Federal data shows that the average parent spends 33.5 hours a week on work and related activities, with both mothers and fathers working more hours than in the past and more jobs than in the past. Parents are also dedicating more time to child care, with mothers and fathers spending significantly more hours per week on child care as compared to 1985. Additional stress points include concerns about their children's mental health, school shootings, and the challenges posed by technology and social media. So there's a lot going on for everybody today. I mean, we can all sit here and talk about these stories, but we've all been extremely stressed out probably not too long ago. It's just, there's a lot going on in life right now in general. So that's why I don't have kids. I don't need to add to the stress of life.
I'm sorry. I have a problem with this. I mean, that you took on the job. You took on the job as a parent.
Oh yeah.
And that is your job. And I'm not crying about it in any way, shape, or form. but I had 2 autistic children. I worked 4 different jobs. And you know what? I didn't complain. I love being a parent, and don't take on the job. Keep it in your freaking pants.
Don't have sex.
If you can't be a parent, keep it in your freaking pants. I'm
Don't
sorry.
have sex.
I'm not gonna.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Well.
yeah, that's truly not gonna happen. But
It's a shame because it should.
Yeah.
but I mean,
Some of you out there not
I
bringing
don't
your
agree
best.
with you, Davey.
Some of you out there not bringing your best in the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
yeah. So, and my boys
ages
my
you.
boys are great, and I didn't have any trouble with my boys. But I mean, I think the factor was that I was participating, and I took on the job as that. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I want to be a parent. And then when they find out what the job actually is.
No, I think a lot of people say I want to have kids.
Yeah.
That's a much different thing than saying
good
I want
point.
to be a parent.
100% correct.
Yeah.
Correct on that statement. So, know the job going into it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It is not an easy job. It is from what I hear.
but it's the most rewarding job too.
Yeah. No,
So-
in many ways I could see how, man.
So,
Yeah, so that's where we're at as a society. Everybody's too stressed out.
Yep.
For lots of different reasons. And I can't put that all on the kids. But again, like Troy said, you signed up for it. You got to be ready for it. It's not an easy job. It never was an easy job.
no.
Unless you were, an alcoholic family or something, then you really didn't do much for your
Yeah.
family. All right. Sorry to
Right.
get depressing there.
Hey, you want the dad joke of the day?
Let's hear it, man.
Dad joke of the day.
Okay.
What do you call a lazy kangaroo?
A sack of never mind.
A pouch potato. Woo! Woo! Yeah. No, nothing at all. Okay.
No, I'm just so stressed out from that story.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Davey is an emotional magnet over here.
Oh,
The poor.
they don't make them like they used to. Sorry.
All right. St. Johns County extends the fishing pier access amid beach renourishment project delays. Fishing enthusiasts holding annual passes for the St. Johns County Ocean and Fishing Pier are being supported by the St. Johns County Parks and Recreation Department. The pier is currently inaccessible due to beach renourishment work by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, which is part of an effort to restore St. Augustine Beach. As a result, pass holders are unable to use the pier.
Right.
But the department has assured them that it won't be a financial burden. I guess just meaning they won't have to pay for something they won't get to use.
Right. Makes sense.
The department is offering to extend the passes for each month the pier remains closed, allowing anglers to continue fishing without losing out once the pier reopens. Now, the initiative demonstrates the department's commitment to local recreation and customer service. Pass holders can rest easy, they say, knowing they won't miss out on fishing opportunities. Thanks to the proactive measures taken by the St. Johns County Parks and Recs Department. Boy, they're really giving themselves their own flowers here.
I think it's fair though for them to do that. I mean,
Yeah, no, that is fair.
It's the right thing to do. And yesterday at TDC, we voted to
how'd that go?
do the repairs while the there's dirt underneath the.
That was the
pier.
question.
Yeah.
I think so. They're going to do that.
So
Okay.
it goes in front of the board today to see if it's about a $3 million repair that has to take place on the pilings and the caps. holding.
Otherwise, then what happens if they say no to the repair? It's just going to disintegrate.
It just keeps getting weaker and weaker.
So then it gets
Yeah.
the price tag will go up even
Yes,
more.
and it goes up, and the times to do it when we're standing on ground and not trying to do it in the
I think
water.
that's a good point.
So save the pier.
Yeah. I haven't walked on that pier in 15 years.
I don't think I've ever been on it.
Really?
I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever been on it.
You gotta pay to get on the pier.
I know it's a me. That's exactly
The
probably what
stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Probably what happened
Not
to
after
me.
10
Yeah.
o'clock.
So dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb. All right. Oh, speaking of so dumb, Trevor Lawrence thinks the Jags are so dumb.
Yeah. Well.
Criticized the team's offense after 2 straight losses. Jags quarterback Trevor Lawrence expressed his frustration with the team's offensive performance in the first 2 weeks of the season. Welcome to the Jags, Trevor.
Yeah.
I mean, we go through this every single freaking year.
You
2
ain't-
weeks into the season.
You ain't Clemson anymore.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. Welcome to being a Jaguar. I mean, this is nothing new to us. Following a 13-point game in a loss to the Cleveland Browns. I mean, the Browns.
For real.
Which was, this was at Everbank Stadium, which was temporarily renamed Trevor Bank Stadium.
Temporarily.
I just almost threw my vibe at the camera. Just
It's
reading.
really bad.
So stupid.
They should have never done that.
So lame. As part of Trevor Lawrence's deal with a financial company, Lawrence bluntly stated, "We suck right now." You suck always. I mean, you suck always.
Hold on. Last year they did do something.
Oh, they always have 1 year.
No, they didn't make the playoffs. They fell short last year. It was 2 years ago. I think they made the playoffs. But
Yeah,
I can tell you, like the game one, they're driving and the running back NTN.
ATN, yeah.
NTA. He fumbled on like the 5 yard line,
Right,
and
yeah.
that's why the Dolphins were able to beat him.
Yeah.
I mean the Dolphins were equally sucky, and
Really?
and all they had to do was hold on to the ball, and they would have won that game. So
So that means we're all Chiefs fans now? Yay!
Nope.
Oh, man.
Nope.
Jeez.
that's not going to happen.
Jeez. Nobody likes a winner.
The Bucks, Melissa, the Bucks are doing well. They actually are.
Yeah.
You gotta like Baker.
Lawrence's frustration is notable given that the team finished 10th in the NFL in scoring, total yards, and passing yards in 2022, and 9th in passing in 2023. With essentially the same group of players, he emphasized the need for accountability and improvement across the board, including his own performance. He said, "We've got good players, and we can be really good offensively, but clearly we're not." He called for everyone, from players to coaches, to take responsibility and make necessary changes. Yeah, I mean, same old story. You
I need to watch Varsity Blues and get psyched up.
Yeah, that's...
Go
Get in here, men!
Yeah.
We're throwing on this movie from 1996, and you better heed the caution, and you better get
James
fired up.
Vanderbeek.
Yeah. You want to know how to play football?
Yeah, it's the oop
Watch
de oop.
James Vanderbeek.
That's how I learned. The oop de oop.
Okay. So, the Jaguars. They suck.
Yeah.
Doesn't take us very long to learn that the Jaguars suck. Each year. Usually it's about this time when we realize and we start playing that Rob Schneider clip every single Sunday. All right, Troy, how do you want to check the comments?
On this Tuesday, I will tiptoe through the thoughts of the terrific tribe in the 904.
Oh.
As you do that, I'll remind everybody that Bates Hewitt & Floyd is not your average local insurance agency. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from all the rest. They provide homeowners, auto, commercial, and benefits, and they've been doing that for over 50 years. You'd think I'd be able to do that without looking at this point. Christy Lawrenson is St. Augustine's premier insurance advisor, and she can help you get the absolute best deal anywhere on the planet. Give them a call. Set up a free consultation, 904-794-5455, and talk to Christy. Save some money and get some great insurance in the process. Also, our friends at BNS Signs, locally owned and operated full-service sign business, now in their third generation of family ownership. They've been doing this since 1967, providing businesses and organizations in St. John's and surrounding counties with high-quality signage. From your business card to storefront signage and beyond, BNS Signs is ready and equipped to serve you. They're a full-service sign shop. They do design, permitting, fabrication, installation, maintenance, and crane services. They really do it all. Check them out at bnssigns.com. All right, Troy, what you got?
All right, so for question of the day, it looks like people learned how to swim before they rode a bike for the most part. We went a little bit back and forth. And people were asking about the new billboard. So
Yeah, there's a new billboard.
New billboard out there.
Yep.
Ready, Set, Play is celebrating 5 years. Congratulations out there. Wawa
awesome.
was at $277, Costco at $288. Lewis Point BP was at 278. Some comments were made. Well, the Jags are bad, but they're not FSU Gators bad. Those teams are pretty bad.
They're all losers.
And
They're all losers. They're all losers.
I believe Kenny said it best about this whole school situation. He said, "What in tarnation?"
Okay, yeah. That's a very Kenny thing to say.
So cool.
We love you, Kenny.
Very cool.
All right, Stoidum stat.
Stoidum stat on this day in 1976. I remember this day.
Every time.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
Was it Woodstock?
No,
No.
that was 69.
Oh.
I remember that day. 1976. The first space shuttle, it was the Enterprise.
Oh.
All right? And it was launched off the back of a Boeing 747 in California, and it just floated to the ground. Now, the Enterprise was the first space shuttle, but it never went into space. All right? The first space shuttle, I think, that went
It's
into
not what I
space.
saw in Star Trek.
Yeah, that was the last frontier.
Oh, okay.
Not the first. So, but the Enterprise basically introduced us to the space shuttle. It wasn't another 5 years until I think Columbia actually made it into space in 81. But this is when we're introduced to the space shuttle on this day in 1976.
All right.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Back to you, James T. Kirk.
Cool. Really cool.
Stardom Stat brought to you by St. Augie's Pizza. Go in and get yourself some slices today, right in between Riberia and ML King. Plugs, Troy.
All right, I'll be in trivia tonight. Should be a fun night. I'm in a good mood. Hopefully, I'm still in a good mood when I get there. If not, it's going to be even more fun because that means I get meaner and funnier
Oh, wow.
And drunker.
and drunker.
No,
All right.
that's great.
What do you got, Davey?
Hey, 3 o'clock today, we got St. Augustine Ballet talking about Dracula coming up.
Oh, okay. And I'll tell you to go to thefloridamangames.com. Get your tickets. Use the code RD2. Save 20% off. It's a great deal. See you later.